Do you like the music on the 30-second countdown? I hate it.
It's very, it's very, it's
Calming.
less than this coffee is this morning.
Yeah, I was. They changed it in StreamYard like a couple months ago, and I just haven't changed it myself to something else. And the co-host on the Seahawks show I do on Wednesdays, like he always makes fun of me for it because I hate it so much. So,
It's like
anyways,
it's bland even for like elevator music.
yeah, exactly. Good morning, everybody. This is a lot earlier for me usually on stream, and I'm sure I don't know if you do morning shows normally, but this
Sometimes
is
that.
J- this is Jason from Niner Faithful Radio. How are you doing?
Not too bad, brother. Just chilling. Down here up in the Capitol Hill area. Got some friends and family that flew in from Hawaii to go to the game for tomorrow. So just up here partying for the weekend.
How's the vibe? How's the
It's
vibe
good.
in Seattle among 49ers fans?
It's actually pretty good. There actually wasn't as many people as I thought that were going to be around there because I did my show last night from Pike's Place.
Mm-hmm.
And I only saw like maybe 15, 20 people while I was there for about an hour. So, I
Yeah,
mean, but I thought there'd be more people. Honestly, okay, look, I've lived here for 20 years. I did not know Pike's Place shut down at 5 o'clock. I had no clue it shut down so early. I thought it went to like 7, 8 o'clock.
I didn't either, and I go by. I work by there every day. I
Yeah,
don't go to Pike Place. I know you can like still walk around.
yeah. But
Obviously, I mean it's pretty
they
much
want
an
to go to
open
Pike's
market.
Place. So I was like, yeah, we'll go down there about 5:30, 5:15. I can set up for my show at 6. You guys can go do the touristy thing. And then we pulled up at like 5:30, and they're like, oh yeah, we closed half an hour ago. I'm like, what? Y'all closed?
Yeah, I don't know if you um sorry. I don't know if you go to Seattle much, but you know where the big wheel is.
Yeah.
Uh there's this thing called Wings Over Washington. It's like have you
Yep.
heard of it?
Yeah, I know Wings Over Washington is.
Yeah, you should take them on that. That's a fun ride.
You might like
Even
that.
I'm old. I'm 28 years old, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, dude! I'm gonna go over Wings Over Washington.
You might do that.
Uh, yeah. What's up, David? Nice to
What's up,
see you.
McDonough? How you doing, brother?
Um. So, anyways, let's get into it. Like you said, you only saw a few people, but it was only Friday.
Yeah.
Um.
The
I saw.
invasion's here at 11 o'clock, so I'm sure more people will show up.
Yeah, for sure. I saw. Vivid Seats said 53% of their sales were to 49ers fans.
Yep.
Obviously, that doesn't mean 53% of the stadium will be 49ers fans because,
Yeah.
Ticketmaster is the official ticket place of the Seahawks. And obviously, their season ticket holders, they sell roughly, I
Yeah.
think, 60,000 of them. So, yeah, David, I am old. My back hurts. I talked to Jason about
Right?
this yesterday.
We were talking about how old we are and everything fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Getting up this
Uh-huh.
morning, being still half drunk, I'm like, ow, ow. Oh, that still hurts. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
See, that's where
Is that the
go ahead.
first time that this been reported where another team in general has had the majority of seats at Lumen Field?
They won't have the majority of the seats in Lumen Field.
Well,
So
the predicted, you know what I mean, with that number.
no, I think that's just off of Vivid Seats sales.
Okay.
So, like, obviously, they're not accounting for Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, StubHub.
Yeah.
I think what I said, it's still embarrassing, but it's going to be more like 75-25 Seahawks to 49ers fans. That's what it's been about. Obviously, the red stands out a lot. Even last year, I think you were there last year, were you not?
Hmm?
You
I've been to
saw
every
there
game
was
for like the last 5, 6 years.
there was a shitload of 49ers fans, but the red pops out, especially if you look on the Seahawks side, the Seahawks sideline, it's all blue. Excuse
Yeah.
me. But yeah, no, it's still ridiculous. And obviously probably not, because if you look at like the Chargers game, whenever the Packers come or the Steelers come, it's like 80% Packers fans and Steelers fans.
Yeah.
But this obviously isn't Los Angeles, and we're supposed to have a diehard fan base. seems like we've really softened up throughout the years. I don't know if you saw. Sorry to talk about this right off the bat, but they're dressing Seattle police officers up as 49ers fans to
They've
try.
done that for years, though. That's nothing new, but they're pushing it harder this year for some reason.
Yeah, for one, I'm not into politics, but don't use our tax dollars to buy 49ers gear. That pissed me off for one. That was like the number one thing. I read that. I'm like, are you shitting me? And for two, it seems like they're trying to target the Seahawks fans in this. Which is another thing that pisses me off because I'm not being a dick. I've told you this before. The most disrespectful people that come into our stadium, it really seems like is 49ers fans. You know, they come over.
It's
they
the
think they
it's the rivalry. That's what it is.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of you guys come in here and disrespect the shit out of us. You know, I'd be fine if actually I don't like the cops dressed up in gear anyways. It seems like they just get a free ticket for
I'd rather just have them there in their regular gear. Just go in your fucking cop gear.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like this plan they kind of get a regular ticket for free and just get to watch the game. I mean, if they didn't want to do anything, I don't really think they have to. So
I mean, if you were a Niners fan as a cop, this is, a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting paid. You're going to the game. You're in your team's gear. I mean, what's so bad about this whole situation?
Yeah, but regardless, well, over here in LA, we care more about our baseball and basketball teams.
There.
Yeah, I mean, and the Rams, I know they originated. Well, actually, they didn't. They originated in Cleveland, but they were in LA forever. And then they're kind of transplant teams in Los Angeles, so I wouldn't expect you guys to go crazy over a team that left you for St. Louis for what 20.
LA
20
does
years?
not need one, let alone two football teams at all. They don't need football teams in LA.
Their football team is the Trojans. It's USC, and that's what everybody kind of always thought. So, anyways, how about this game on Sunday? You excited? What's your confidence level going in? Concerns?
I am confidently concerned in that it's the beginning of the new year. You know what I mean? It's game one. We're all confident. We all are expecting great things from our teams, for all 32 teams across the board. But same time, one, we got the news about CMC, which I think is a little overblown. Even I've played into it a little bit. I think that is Kyle Shanahan doing his best Bill Belichick impersonation and doing like what he did with Tom Brady for 20 years and putting him on the injury report every fucking week for shits and giggles. I think Kyle's doing the same thing with CMC. But also at the same time, with that confidence for it being week one, nobody knows what the fuck's going to happen week one. Mm-hmm. Everything's going to be new. We don't, you guys with Kubiak, your coordinator, we haven't necessarily seen everything from him. That's going to come out, all that kind of stuff. He's got some wrinkles because he's of the Shanahan tree to an extent.
Yeah.
So yes, we've seen this offense to an extent, but we haven't seen all of it. So you've got that confidence, but it's like, fuck, it's week one. I hate divisional games week one just because week one is the most exciting, and that's when all the crazy shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. I don't know. The Christian McCaffrey stuff, the reason why I'm not kind of with you is just because 49ers fans are going to hate me for this, but just the history of Christian McCaffrey. And obviously it being his calf, which is connected to his Achilles. And
to the knee bone.
Yeah, exactly. So when I first read that, I was like, oh, fuck. And I traded him from my ESPN Fantasy League for Tyrone Tracy straight up. I didn't even care. I was like, I'm getting rid of this. I think the best thing for fantasy owners is Christian McCaffrey to have a really good week one and then dump him after that. That's just my opinion. Not being like I said.
He got off to like a really good 3-4 game stretch and then traded him just like especially if you're in a keeper league and or like a long-term league and just dump him for like a bunch of first-round draft picks, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea.
Mine's a
depending
redraft.
on who your backup is.
Yeah, mine's a redraft. So I just actually I'm in a dynasty league, but I don't have him there, which is fine. I have a pretty stacked team. But with the game, I think a lot of the national media is underestimating the Seahawks, and not being a dick, I think a lot of the national media is estimating not just the 49ers, but the Rams as well. I don't know what they see. Like, I get they won the division last year, the Rams. But
Stafford. They see
I
Stafford.
know.
They see a healthy Stafford. When Stafford's healthy, damn, that team's good.
No, I know. I have this weird feeling that he's not going to be healthy all year.
I don't think he's lasting the season, and Jimmy G will be the quarterback by the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe they'll get a guy off the scrap heap like when they got Baker Mayfield a couple years ago. But regardless, oh, I just came. Oh, I came just as y'all talking about the Rams.
Good time.
Yeah. But no, I'm pretty confident going into this game. I think the Seahawks have improved tremendously compared to what you've seen. You guys have to kind of remember too, this was a 10-win team last year. A lot of the national media is acting like we were like a 6-win team last year, and we're like trying to get to 8. No, if we don't make the playoffs, this year is a failure. And I think us, especially as the fans, are treating this week 1 game as kind of you guys have to win this. If you guys think you are if you guys are what you think you are, you're going to win this game. And you better run it down their throats. I know they have I know the 49ers have a lot of rookies on their team. That's what I've heard from
We have a very big, literally and figuratively, rookie class that's going to play a big impact on this team this year.
Yeah, but they're rookies. That's what I'm looking to expose. I'm looking for Byron Murphy on our defensive line to take a huge step forward this year. Because
I still want him so bad. So he was my draft crush.
He passes the eye test, right? Everything passes the eye test. We just got to see it on the field. And I think we will. I think for one, I think this is going to be a really close game, but I think we have a really good chance at pulling it out, especially if the run game works. People make fun of us for having Sam Darnold. What Sam Darnold is there for is to not make mistakes. We want him to manage the game. Kind of like he did last year in Minnesota. I know every now and then he has a big pass, but we're not asking for hero ball. We want to get in second, third manageable. Like, don't get behind the sticks too much. Run the ball, high percentage completions, and that's how we're going to get it down the field. So
I'm going to say that I disagree with you as far as this year. Only for 2 reasons. One, I think you guys are 1 year away. Like, I think at this point you guys are just a little, like, how you have to grow into it a little bit. I think this is their final year where they're just a little bit too young, but you're going to start seeing them start maturing to that next level, especially towards like the end of the season. And the biggest thing contradicts something you just said. I think Sam Darnold is the biggest piece of trash ever. I have not liked him forever. It has nothing to do with him just being a Seahawk. I didn't like him on the Niners. I didn't like him on the Jets, the Panthers. Wherever the hell I don't think anytime there's a big game situation, he will fold. And that's my biggest thing. It's just like, I'd rather you guys run Milrose out there. Honestly, I would rather you see. I think you guys would be better long term to have a year, with growth from him and let him mature moving forward than a stale year from Sam Darnold. That's just, I don't have any faith for anything Sam Darnold related at all. I mean, you can ask, even when he was a Niner, I'm like, this is trash. If he ever was our starting quarterback and he was, for, one game, I was like, he's going to look like shit. And he looked like shit. I mean, he's just not a good quarterback. And to me, that's my biggest thing is like, oh, they're going to run Sam Darnold out there? Cool. We'll take picks off him all day because he's going to see ghosts left and right.
See, that's one thing where I think he's matured a little bit. I think he has all the physical tools, obviously, to be a great quarterback. But actually, McNiner kind of pointed out Sam's issue is his brain is connected to his arm. And
as Matt Miyoko, one of the reporters, the Niners reporter said, he has the best arm talent he's ever seen in his career. Arm talent only gets you so far. Jeff George, awesome to arm talent.
So I don't know. Obviously, we're hoping what he can repeat. He can repeat what he did last year. not to the extent though. We don't need him out there throwing the ball 90 times a game. You know, we probably
You
want him
guys don't
throwing the
have the
ball.
wide receiver core that the Vikings did either.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I don't know. Our offensive line increased, so he should like. I'm way more. Us as Seahawks fans are way more confident in our offensive line than we were last year. I don't know if you knew nobody liked the offensive line ever in
Dude,
Seattle.
your guys' rookie, Zabel, dude,
Hmm.
he's going to be a stud.
Yeah,
That kid is going to be a stud.
that's who I got on right now. Yeah.
Dude, he's going to be a stud moving forward.
Hmm.
Honestly, obviously, everybody knows I live up here. I watch
Yeah.
Seahawks stuff all the time because I'm kind of inundated into it.
Hmm.
I've liked, especially the last two drafts you guys have had. I've really liked the last two drafts, which is why I think one more year of maturing for the last two draft classes, another
Hmm.
solid year next year, and then get somebody other than Sam Darnold as your quarterback. And
Yeah,
I
we
think
could.
you
Yeah,
guys will be fine.
and we get out of this contract after this year. If he sucks, if he stinks it up, it's one of
Yeah.
those kind of. It looks big on paper, but we can get out of it so easy after 1 year that
Okay,
it
yeah.
won't really hurt. Um, but I don't know. One thing that McNiner said is I thought Byron Murphy was supposed to come around last year. He was a rookie last year, so that obviously it was a first round pick, and he was supposed to make a big impact, but he just you know he had flashes of greatness, and he definitely has all the physical tools. But let's see if he can put it together. What are your both of your thoughts on Cooper Cup in Week 1?
Hmm.
So here's the thing. Cooper Cup, when he's healthy, he's awesome. I'm kind of in the same boat with Cooper Cup as I am Christian McCaffrey, kind of where like maybe he'll get off to a hot start. I'm just nervous. I get it, it's cool. He came back to Washington State, everything. I
Yeah.
think it's a
Cut
cool
his hair,
story.
everything.
Yeah, yeah, kind of grungy looking now.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a good leader in a young wide receiving room. In Week 1 this game, I could see him getting like 6 targets. What do you think?
Yeah. I think he could be that bridge where now that you guys don't have Metcalf,
Hmm.
Najigba is going to have to step up his role as your guys' leader in the wide receiving room. But
Yep.
maybe he's not quite ready for that. But someone like Cooper Cup is. He's been that, been a leader for the wide receiver core for the Rams for years. So he could bring that whole wide receiver room up. Obviously, there's something you guys have with Horton as well because you guys let go of MVS.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, so I mean, again, seeing what I've seen from your guys' draft, how young you guys are, I like the look of how it's built. Well, I should say I don't like it because Niner fan.
Yeah.
But it's being built right.
Hmm.
So, like I said, but as far as Cup, I think 6 to 8 catches a game. Maybe he has that one breakout game where he has 12 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. But I wouldn't expect him to be the big receiving target that he was for the Rams the last few years.
Well, one thing too, this going into this Week 1 game is obviously he's going to play a lot in the slot, and
Yep.
Jigba played a lot in the slot last year. I think he's going to play more outside than he did last year. And just in regards to Week 1, is I hear you guys have a rookie at nickel, and if one of the corners go down, I heard you guys are kind of the depth at defensive back is not that great. I'd look for the Seahawks to try to take advantage of Cooper Cup against a rookie in the slot.
Yeah, good. But we can also slide. We also have Chase Lucas. We can slide in there to play the nickel if need be as a vet who's earned his way back on the team.
No, but
Same thing with Cooper Cup.
sorry, but yeah, no, I don't know. Like you said, it's Week 1. Everything's kind of unknown. We're kind of just guessing at this point. Not guessing, educated guessing on what we're gonna see.
So okay, for this one, on your guys' offense, how do you beat our defense? Looking at our,
between the
Jake
tackles,
Bobo seriously hurt? Is he? I didn't even know.
he got blown the fuck up on a punt return in the last preseason game.
Did he?
Yeah, he's out with a concussion. He'll probably be back next week. My wife's heart is broken.
He is like everybody up here loves him to death.
I wonder why. It kind of like the only. Well, now our team is. I've talked a lot about this on the Wednesday show. We got a very gritty team, if you know what I'm saying. We're turning into the Green Bay Packers when it comes to being gritty. The New England Patriots. This team has gotten a lot whiter. So maybe Jake Bobo won't be every white woman's favorite football player by the end of this year.
I thought that was CMC.
Yeah, but the 49ers fan, I think Seahawks fans, all the girls love Bobo.
I think it's one of the most jerseys I see around here is Bobo. It's like he's not like even like that good. He's just there, but everybody loves him around here.
Women love him. Women love him, and the men want to be him. I forgot what we were talking about right before I said that.
Number one thing for your offense to do against our defense:
win between the tackles. We're gonna want to run it on the right hip of Gray's Able a lot. Putting a lot of faith in Sundell, the second-year center out of North Dakota State as well.
Another guy I had a draft crush on.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Like them FCS guys, dude.
I do. I'm not lying. I do like them.
But yeah, no, I think pounding the ball up the middle and having Darnold high completion percentage passes and one or two deep shots off of play action. I think that's how offensively the Seahawks run the ball or move the football.
For us, I think a lot of it's going to come down to our big three rookies on the defensive line between Michael Williams, Alfred Collins, and then CJ West. Those three guys, specifically were mostly brought in because we were getting overrun by everybody last year. That's facts. Our defensive line was terrible. We were good pass rushing, but we couldn't stop the run for shit. We was getting run over 5-6 yards at a time easily. These guys, with Robert Saleh coming back, you can tell, look at this defense. It's like we're not getting overrun anymore. We've got two stout guys in the middle. Hopefully they can just hold it there for years to come, be a new duel. And so that's what we got, because you guys got a great 1-2 punch between Walker and Charbonnet.
Mm-hmm.
That's arguably probably a top 5 running back duel in the league. In my opinion, they are. Like I said, that's a great 1-2 punch.
Top 10. I wouldn't say top 5.
Yeah, like I said, you know what? I have Walker on my fantasy team, and New just puts up points. Right? So I've got no problem. Like I said, and Charbonnet, I think Charbonnet's going to get at least 1 20-yard run every game. He seems to do that every single game. He just breaks at least one for like 20 yards. Yeah. So I think actually our secondary and your wide receiving core kind of match up pretty good in that we do have a younger rookie with Stout. So Stout, lines up with Horton. Demo's probably going to line up with Najigba. And then Green is going to probably maybe hook with Cooper or Cup and just, flip-flop those with either one. So I think that'll be interesting because I think that's a good matchup to where it's almost even to an extent.
Yeah.
So it's, again, your running game versus our new run defense is going to be a big one to look at.
Yeah. And I think if we flip over to the other side of the ball, I think it's kind of going to be the same thing. I really do. I'm not looking. Go ahead. You start.
Well, so here's the thing. Right now, obviously, Ricky Pearsall is our number 1 wide receiver. I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. You guys probably have a top 5 secondary easily. Your secondary is fucking elite. You guys are maybe, Legion of Boom version 2 kind of a situation.
No.
I'm talking about with how good they can be. With how good they can be.
Everybody's been trying to do that since 2017 or 2018, and I hate it. So
no, I'm just saying, like with them being that good, I think
I get it.
But right now, Juwan Jennings came back from his ankle/contract holdout. Who knows what kind of shape he's necessarily in? And then after that, it just drops off tremendously. Is it going to be MVS, Sky Moore, Russell Gage, Robbie Chosen Anderson, whatever his name is this week? It's like, okay, we got Ricky Pearsall, and then we have nothing. Mm-hmm. Where we have real unknowns, especially without knowing what Jennings is going to go. Going against a damn good secondary, it's like, damn. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we going to throw at? You know,
I don't know. I think one good thing you guys have going into this game, in regards to this defense, is we finished the season as like a top 5 defense the second half of the year. I mean, we were on fire.
Mhm.
Take out a couple games, and we're probably like the number 1 defense. Take away the Bills game, the Vikings game, the Packers game. They exploited us. I think this year there's a lot. I think I'm pretty comfortable with the secondary, like you said. Big focus is going to be on the run game because there was some games last year, like you were just talking about, where we couldn't stop a nosebleed, and it was like, what are we doing? But as the season progressed, we got better and better and better. That's
we
one
didn't.
thing yeah. Well, injuries, right? That's one thing every Mike McDonald coach team, defensively, other than Michigan. So in the NFL, the Ravens and the Seahawks so far, the first half of the season, they're like middle of the pack in defense. And then once everybody starts clicking, because it's kind of tricky, right? They run a lot of simulated pressures.
Yeah.
You know, it's not straight up like Pete Carroll. You're not just going to run cover 3 all day.
You're not just winning on talent alone, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the one thing is I'd be a little nervous about is the defense not meshing great at the beginning of the year. That
Fair.
was a long
Again,
answer for that.
Week 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Week 1, who knows what's going to happen? So
Mhm.
I think our best chance for beating you guys is going to be putting Kittle out there. And I think Kittle's got to have a big game, obviously.
Mhm.
Get him, into advantageous matchups. I'm hoping for a big year for Kittle because I'm tired of him being our third tackle on the line because the rest of the line completely sucks. Honestly, in my opinion, best tight end in the history of NFL. I know there's ones people can argue about, but you look at like somebody like the big name guys like Kelsey and all those guys.
They're
Kittle
receivers.
is they're slow receivers is what they are.
Mhm.
You give Kittle those same opportunities, he's blowing those guys out of the water.
Yeah.
When it comes to receiving. And he's still arguably the second best lineman we have after Trent Williams.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask about. Obviously, we've kind of bolstered our defensive line a little bit. Once again, if he can stay healthy. Of course, I can't remember his first name because I'm live. Lawrence from the Cowboys, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yep.
Yep. And then obviously waiting for Murphy. Hopefully this year comes out of his shell. Got Jaron Reed back.
Big guy.
Pardon?
You still got the big guy, Williams.
Oh, Leonard Williams. Yeah, I can't forget about him. I think our defensive line is really also very stacked. And I don't know. This defense, I think, are going to surprise a lot of people, and we're going to win the game. Not this game. I'm not being a dick, but we're going to win these games based off of how well we can run the football and play defense. That's how the Seahawks are going to win.
Yeah.
Really quick. Let's get some of these. Go Huskies. We're playing an FCS team. We're playing an FCS team this week. If we don't win by 40 points, I'll be pretty disappointed.
Who are they playing? I knew they were playing an FCS team, but I didn't know who it was.
UC Davis.
Oh, okay.
So Chris Peterson's going to be there because that's what college he went to was UC Davis. Purdy 3-0 at the stadium. Yep, this is the first one I'm not going to at the stadium with Purdy.
Well, I mean, I guess if you guys win this one, that's the way it's going to be.
Are we talking about mainly just the 49ers and the Seahawks? I'm not worried about Cup hitting us in the face anymore. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't get that one either.
Okay.
Other than just getting 12 catches a game kind of thing, I don't think he's going to be. I don't think that's his game anymore.
Ricky Pearsall.
Who could kind of took that from him?
Go Hawks, baby. That's right, Hamza. I think you're new here. Welcome to the channel. Question, Joe. The Seahawks, I'm rooting big for the Raiders this year. I think all you guys know this. Kind of an emotional moment when Pete came back. It was like one of those guys that you thought he was going to get to choose when he left, right? And this was going to be his last job, and he was going to live here for the rest of his life. And then we fired him. Let's be honest, we fired him.
They should have left
and-
that return for a regular season game, not a preseason.
Well, we play the AFC West every 3 years, obviously, and we play the AFC West usually every preseason. But it was cool seeing. I'm rooting hard for the Raiders and Geno, but no, they'll probably win 7 games this year, which is on par for Pete Carroll, which is a lot more wins than they've had. to be completely honest,
Carroll, he needs to go. He should have stayed in college, and I think he's a good coach. It's just his demeanor works well with a younger team.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And once you get 5 or 6 year tenured veterans on the team, is like, all right, coach, you said the same damn thing every fucking year.
Well, yeah, and it's a different generation coming in now, and I don't think he vibes as well with this new generation of kids coming in from college. I really don't. Yeah. The big thing was us smoking cigars in the locker room after missing the playoffs because we beat the Cardinals on the last second field goal last game of the year. And that was not a good look for Pete, because imagine Legion of Boom when we missed the playoffs that 1 year that they were all here. They were pissed. Same love, but Pete, it was time. Yeah, it was time. I think that's what we're talking about. I think let's get it. Let's kind of wrap our thoughts up in this game. How do you see it going?
Like you said earlier, I think it's going to be a very close game. Both teams, this might actually be a kind of a quick game too, because I can see both teams, especially trying to establish the run.
Yep.
So we might just keep the clock running and be out in about 2.5 hours, kind of. We'll all be home by 4:00 and be able to watch Sunday Night Football, kind of a thing. But I can see, like I said, I can see this being a ground and pound kind of a game. You get your flashy plays here and there with a couple of deep balls and this and that. I'm going to say it comes down to, whoever's got control of the ball last, maybe a last second field goal. Maybe we'll see how confident we are in Jake Moody.
Yeah. I did want to, Bryant, speaking of Jake Moody, Bryant said Jake is the Juwan Jennings of Seattle. No, he's not. Jake is not the Juwan Jennings of Seattle. I'd say that. Sorry, Torrey Horton's probably going to be the Juwan Jennings of Seattle. Okay, well, yeah, kind of same thing. I think we. Come on, Hamza. That's where we disagree. I hate the Ducks so much. I saw that and I wanted to puke. I saw the rival. I think I talked to you about this. Maybe I didn't.
We talked about it.
But yeah, they make me.
I hate our rivalry jerseys. I will say this. I like the helmet with the oil kind of thing. I think that's cool.
I don't hate.
But the jersey, you hate the helmet.
I don't hate the helmet. That's the only part.
But the jersey, the first thing everybody's like, Oregon.
I saw one that was like, if I wanted to root for a football team that's going to be decent but not win a championship, I'd just go root for Oregon. Yeah. And I laughed so hard at that. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
I still think you guys got it right with those stupid, ugly-ass, bright-ass neon green jerseys.
I hate those, dude.
But that's the point. Like, the point of those was to be bright and loud and obnoxious. They're one of the few teams that actually got it right. Like them or not, the idea behind it was right.
Hate it.
I don't understand our obsession with wanting black. Like, why do we have to have black? Let's make it obnoxiously bright-ass, ugly gold jersey. An all-gold jersey would be obnoxious, but that's one of your damn colors, not black.
At least you wouldn't be copying the in-city school's rival. You wouldn't be like, hey, I don't know what your guys is. But San Jose State, whoever their rival, probably San Diego State, just go.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Let's copy the Aztecs for this one. And just people that live in the city are like, what the hell is going on? Why are we doing this?
Yeah. It's funny because our rivalry jerseys are just our 2017 blacks with gold outline on the numbers. I'm like, you guys didn't even fucking you changed the font. You put no thought into this at all. You did the most laziest version of this as you could.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody else. I was like, all the rivalry uniforms are pretty ugly To be completely honest, I think we got the worst one, the Seahawks. I hate this. And it's also because I don't really care about the other teams. I'm like, wear whatever you want,
I
whatever.
kind of like the Bills all white, and I hope they wear them during a game that's nationally televised in the snow, and you can't see them on the TV or anything at all. I think
Yeah.
that would be just great. Like, oh, the one time they wear them. And here's the other thing with them. Did you know that? So we wear our rivalry jerseys once a year. The other team does not wear their rivalry jerseys during the rivalry game. I did
Oh,
not know
really?
that. Yeah. So when we play
What a
you guys,
throwback. Sorry.
when we play you guys week 18, the one time we're wearing our rivalry jerseys, you guys don't wear yours. And I guess that's the way it's supposed to work. I'm like, isn't
Wait,
the
what?
idea for a rivalry to have it be that way? I was like, so this is stupid on top of it being ugly.
Dude, we have to wear ours 3 times this year.
See, we only get it once, the last game of the year.
Oh, then yeah, we wear ours. We wear ours at San Francisco, which is
No.
that the last game of the year?
Yeah, they said that you guys weren't.
No, we wear ours at San Francisco, at Arizona, and against St. Louis or Los Angeles here.
Oh, it was being reported that you guys weren't wearing them down week 18.
No, we are. Wish we weren't. I wish you were correct. But we are. We're wearing them 3 times, and I'm like, you gotta be shitting.
So you guys, again, rivalry. You only really have one rival. Should you not wear that for one game?
Yeah, it's you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that should be the way. If you pick a rival and then you wear those all uniforms only for that one game a year makes more sense. Or 2 games, whatever you want. But
Yeah.
we're not even wearing our red jerseys until like October the 6th week 6.
It's too hot to wear rivalry jerseys. I mean, it'll be January.
Yeah.
So I get that. I get that.
I mean, that's like I said, that's why we're wearing our whites at home for the first 6 weeks.
And I think that's bullshit. Sorry, nothing against you guys. It's like the Dolphins and Cowboys piss me off. The Cowboys not so much because they're in a dome, right? But the Dolphins, it's kind of bullshit to try to gain a home field advantage just by wearing white. I've always thought that. I'm like, come on.
It's a little much. It's a little much on the whole trying to get over on it. But I mean, I get it. It probably makes a difference, but it's like, come on, this is a bit much. Just put on the damn red jerseys.
I think the Dolphins started that for heat purposes.
Yeah.
Where I'm kind of a traditional. You wear your team colors at home. You wear white on the road. Even if
Yep.
you wear gray on the road, it doesn't bug me. But I was watching South Carolina and Virginia Tech on last Saturday, and one was black and one was orange. I'm like, guys, one's got to be white. I hate the. Remember when they did the same thing, the color rush? Yeah.
Yep.
And it was like green against red, and I'm like, dude, stop.
Yeah, it was the Jets and the Bills on TV, and I'm like, I can't see shit here. Colorblind people are like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, are you colorblind?
No, but I'm saying like colorblind people are looking at the screen like I can't tell what's what. Everything looks the same.
Yeah. Anyways, final thoughts on the game. I think the Hawks win in a close one. I'm actually very confident that we pull this one out. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Seahawks. Like I said, I told McNiner on Wednesday. I told my co-host Zach on Wednesday. I said, if it's a close game, I got the Seahawks. If it's a blowout, I have the 49ers. It's basically like that. I don't see the Seahawks blowing the 49ers out. I see the Seahawks winning a close 1, maybe 2 score game. And by 2 score, I mean like 10 points, not 2 whole touchdowns. So
yeah, I can see a 10-point game.
Yeah. But you got the
Either way,
Niners,
I see it's gonna be a hard fought game, I think, especially in the trenches.
Yeah. And I'm excited. It's week 1. Why shouldn't we all celebrate, right? There's hope for everybody. Everybody's undefeated.
Except for the Browns. We all agree not the Browns.
Dude, it'd be funny if they came out and smacked the Bengals. If the Bengals offensive line just crumbled.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It would be honestly funny. I think you're gonna see some upsets this week.
It's week 1, man. Every you're gonna look at week 1. What the hell?
Yeah, it's gonna be a low scoring week, basically. But yeah.
We have the
Anyways,
whole conversation like week 4 or 5, and we'll see where everybody's kind of settled into.
yeah, and even like I said with the Seahawks, you might want to wait till week 8. Obviously, don't start 1-8, but if you start 4-4 and that defense keeps getting better, and
Yeah.
that's one thing you said is I don't think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, and I think a lot of people that are Seahawks fans are like, we have a big shot. We have a first-year coordinator, and no first-year coordinator ever wins the Super Bowl. I don't know the last one to do it.
I said,
So,
I'm more scared of you guys next season than I
Yeah.
am this season, if that makes sense. But
all right. Well, anything else?
no, just can't wait to go do the invasion tonight. Then I'll be at the game tomorrow, sitting all close and up front first row seats. There's a good chance that it's going to be. We're right by the players' tunnel.
Yep.
So if they score on that end, it's a good chance you'll see my fat ass out there somewhere in the back.
Yeah, it's got to be the left side of the end zone though. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I might. There's like a 2% chance I'll be there. Like I said, this is the first home game I've missed really since before COVID. So kind of upset about that. But the Huskies game does start not for
Pretty
another.
soon.
No, 11 hours and 15 minutes. So
they're doing they're doing a night game.
Yeah, that's part of the big reason why
That makes sense.
It's hard to do 2 in one day, but
especially if it's like if they were doing an early game, then you can come home, sleep, and get back up and go again. But to do the game and then go home and go right back to the game, that's a rough one.
Well, yeah, and I told you I split the tickets with my uncle, and if my aunt doesn't want to go, I'm just gonna go instead of her. But I think she actually wants to go, and she hasn't been to a game in forever, so I'm actually very happy for her. And I don't know how I'm going to do with undercover 49er cops there.
I don't know why there's like I don't because they do it every year. Why the emphasis this year compared to like the last couple of years where they really haven't reported it?
Okay,
like what's happened?
Well, you've seen me at the games. Actually, the game you saw me at, I was drunk, so I don't usually get that drunk during the game.
Pretty trash.
But I don't know. I like the section, the row in front of me and the row behind me. If there's a 49ers fan, I like to just just kind of talk shit. I'm not, you know me, kind of like I do on the show. Like I'll just be like high five the Seahawks score, and I expect them to reciprocate back. If they don't reciprocate back, I'm like, it's kind of a douchebag move, dude. Like if they or guys start yelling, but I don't know.
What I hate is that
go ahead.
By like the middle of the third quarter, beginning of fourth quarter, there's always one person around me that's a little too drunk, and I'm talking about past where you were, towards like they're not making like just it's not sticking to just football in the game. Now it's like the last game when I went to, he's like, I fucking hope that when you leave here, you fucking get in a car accident and die. And I was like, dude, what the fuck, man?
He should have brought out just be like, yo, what do you think about the 28 election? Just one of those guys. Get one of those.
Like even the other people around were like, dude, what the fuck? Where did that come from? It went from like good-hearted, just trash talk back and forth. Like, I hope you get in an accident and die. I'm just like, ouch, man. That shit got serious.
You're like, I'm going to drive the back way home and be very careful and not get on the freeway because this guy put a hex on me. Worst fan interaction last year I had was I took my nephew to the Rams game, actually. Well, it wasn't even the 49ers game because I was just so pissed off the whole game at the 49ers game because here's let's go Niners in the tunnel and shit. That's bullshit. Sorry. I know you're part of it, but whatever.
Yeah.
The Rams game, there was a guy 2 rows in front of us. I'm like, oh, the Seahawks scored, and I held my nephew up and held him to give him a high five, and the guy wouldn't do it. He's like, get out of my face. I'm like, are you shitting me?
It's a kid, man.
I go, he's 2 years old.
Yeah.
So there was that interaction. Worst 49ers fan interaction I've ever had at the game. Well, there was 2, and it was the same day. One of them tried to fight my dad, who was 8 days away from dying, and in a wheelchair. He was also super drunk. Another same game. I go and like I said, I didn't know my dad was dying. Obviously, he was paralyzed for a long time. But anyways, I went to go get me and my dad a beer. Okay. I'm walking. I accidentally bump into this guy with a Kaepernick jersey and totally by accident, just I wasn't being a dick at all. I said, "Oh, sorry." He goes, "Watch where the fuck you're walking." I go, "What?" And then he started coming up to me, and then a cop came up and I was like, "Fuck me." So the cop goes, "You're good. I saw everything that happened. It's him that's being a douche." So I'm kind of a dickhead and I hold grudges, right? So I have 2 beers in my hands. I kind of walk like 5 feet from the guy. I wink and smile at him. And he yells at me. And then I'm like, I swear to God, I'm probably like 15 feet away from him at this point. He starts like kind of walking fast. And then a cop goes up and arrests him. And I was like, fuck yes, dude. I fucking won that.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie, that make me feel kind of good too. Like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get aggressive people because every shit talking that I do is all lighthearted. Everything I say is lighthearted.
Well, also, you're in a fucking enclosed area with like 70,000 fucking people. You're gonna bump into people. There's no reason to get all sorts of pissed off unless you're just running there trying to shoulder check people.
Yeah, and that's the problem is like it wasn't like I bumped into him and kept walking. I bumped into him and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
And that's what like I was like, whatever, dude.
Like, I'd have been like, all right, cool, have a good day. But I don't understand with stuff like that. People are, I'm like, what are you so mad for, dude? The fuck's going on in your life where you're that mad for me accidentally bumping into you?
Yeah, so I don't know. He was with his crew, right? There's like 5 of them. So I was like, whatever, dude. Fuck this. I'm out. Anyways, have you have you ever ran into a bad fan interaction other than that one guy?
Just your usual shit. I mean, I get the usual hey fat ass jokes all the time. Like whatever. What am I gonna do? Like, I mean, it's just like to an extent, I'm like, okay, whatever. Is that all you got? Obviously, I'm fat. Fuck you. I mean, like do something original. Like nothing you can say I haven't heard a million times in my life. so there's that. But it's just like, okay, that's it. Whatever.
Yeah, be a little more creative.
Yeah, it's just like, with okay, you said a fat joke. Big fucking congratulations.
You watch South Park at all?
No, I fucking hate South Park.
Okay, well, there was this episode where Cartman was a superhero. And every time you go up, somebody go, "Hey, it's Bruce Valanche. Be careful, Bruce Valanche." And Bruce Valanche is like this.
That's why I hate South Park, because obviously I'm a fat ass and everybody calls me fucking, Cartman.
But if somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, it's Bruce Valanche," I'd be like, "Dude, you fucking got me so good." Like fat ass, so you're like, be a little more creative. But if somebody's like, "You look like Bruce Valanche," I'd be like, "Go fuck yourself, dude. That's too good." All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go to your 49ers stuff. Sorry for talking your ear off.
Oh, it's good shit, man. Like I said, it's good talking to you. A little early. The only problem is, like I said, I'm still hungover like yesterday. But
what were you drinking?
It helps. Mostly beer. Had some mead mixed in with all that.
Had some what?
Mead.
What the fuck is that?
Mead. Fermented honey. Like what the old Vikings and shit used to drink.
No, I sure as fuck don't.
Yeah, it's fermented honey.
That sounds gross.
It's fucking delicious, man.
I stick to IPAs. We'll stick to those. All right. Thanks everybody in the chat. Everybody that commented, just watched. Everybody that's gonna watch in the future. If you're on my channel, make sure to go to Niner Faithful Radio on YouTube and give him a subscribe and thank him for coming on the channel. Well, thank you guys. Have a good one. See you later.
Thank you guys. One love.